La Liga confirmed today that the next 2 rounds of matches will be played behind closed doors. Other news, of course, regarding the coronavirus has broken over the last 24 hours. Barca against Napoli in the Champions League will be behind closed doors. Bayern Munich against Chelsea as well will also be played in front of an empty stadium. Shaka, this is something that you just have to accept, really. At the moment.
Yeah, it is. Listen, given the coronavirus, the impact it's had, globally, you understand the approach. Given how infectious this disease has been, you understand why, again, the popular term social distancing has become a thing for everybody in terms of trying to alleviate or minimize the spread of the virus. So it makes perfect sense. I think competitions will go ahead. I think all leagues will see their seasons out. Then there's another question to be had around the international competitions this summer. But certainly domestically, I think all these leagues will see what remains of their respective seasons, even if for the foreseeable future it's behind closed doors.
We saw Juve taking on Inter at the weekend. It was a strange match
it was.
To watch. It felt almost like a pre-season training game for a game with such significance. As a player, how would it differ for you playing in front of an empty stadium?
I've never played in front of an empty stadium. But you're right, it does strike a really odd balance because as players, you not only get used to, but you feed off of that fan interaction and emotion in the stands. And that can play a big part in how games ebb and flow. And you saw that a little bit between Inter and Juventus. I thought Juventus handled the situation a whole lot better than I thought Inter would, given the circumstances. And now this is a big question, again, about players, about mentalities, about motivations. Because where I thought Inter failed their test, Juventus certainly they didn't seem to be affected at all.
Pep Guardiola came out today and he said he would prefer the games to be completely cancelled as opposed to playing in front of empty stadium. He said it wasn't fair on the fans. You know, this is all about entertainment, all about an experience. Obviously, this is all very personal, very subjective. Yeah. Where would you stand on that?
Listen, on the one hand, on a personal level, I'll side with whatever the authorities and the scientists say. Whatever is best in terms of limiting the impact of the coronavirus on the greater public at large. Just kind of maybe being a little bit skeptical about the whole thing and understanding that these leagues still run as a business. And if these leagues cancel now before the end of the seasons, that there are contractual situations with TV stations, etc., that they have to keep in mind. Again, I think what they'll do is play these games out behind closed doors, and at least, though it's taken away from the fans a little bit, they are keeping some of those other contractual obligations in place and seeing those through.
Of course, this is a very fluid situation at the moment. To keep up to date with all the latest news, and it seems to be breaking on the hour at the moment, keep it here on ESPN FC. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.